We're with grower Aaron Shinn and Eric Donaldson, winemaker and owner of LVVR Sparkling Cellars in Lockford. And this is an unusual variety, isn't it, to craft sparkling wine? Why don't we start with Aaron? Can you kind of tell us about the Albarino you grow that goes into this sparkling wine?
Absolutely. So this is from the Wetmore family vineyard in front of our office on Peltier Road. The vineyard, the clone of the vineyard is actually Albarino, which is the Portuguese clone. And we've got it there on north of Peltier Road, which is the J. Hant 8 sub-AVA in Lodi, typically a little more red clayish soils. It's a unique vineyard. It's only about an acre big. It's right in front of our office, and about 8 years ago we had space to just plant a little something, and we didn't have any of this variety yet, and it was kind of at the time when these varieties were still emerging in the area, and so we thought let's give this a try. And so we've sold the grapes to several small wineries over the years, and had an opportunity to sell them to Eric for this special project this last year. The vineyard is on a VSP trellis. It's a very low cordon. It's about 36 inches off the ground, about right there. We farm it to a very high degree of quality. We do a lot of shoot thinning, a lot of leaf pulling, a lot of cluster thinning. We manicure the vines so that these fine wineries can make a product like this. And I've never had a sparkling Albarino, but I'm very, very pleased and impressed with it.
And Eric, what kind of prompted you to make a sparkling Albarino?
Just sounded interesting. I like the aromatic profile, so something to work with, because I tend to have more austere wine, so it sounded interesting to actually work with something different. An opportunity was there and decided to work with. I've known Aaron for a few years, so decided it'd be nice to actually work with him for once, and very pleased with how this is coming out right now. And we'll have this out probably around, I think, June 13th.
And you're sampling it for the first time, Aaron. What are your kind of your impressions?
I'm blown away. Just the aromatics of this wine are just, I mean, they're phenomenal. I don't know, I've never really smelled a sparkling wine that has this kind of, it kind of hits you in the nose like this one does. What do you think?
Very floral, very pronounced. But what's very nice about this is not overpowering, which can happen very easily with sparkling wines. So it's very nice, very well rounded, very bright.
And Eric, your style with everything you make is the method champenois, the traditional method. Can you kind of give us a thumbnail sketch, or people who may not be familiar with that method of making sparkling wine, and how it, you know, is different from other ways of making wine, sparkling wine?
Okay, well, what's different is the bubbles come from inside the bottle. So we bottle it, goes under crown cap with the added sugar in there to ferment. So the bottle, it ferments in the bottle. That's where the bubbles come from. Once it's done, then we riddle it. So we take the yeast from the side, put it to the neck of the bottle. That takes about a week in the gyro pallet. Once it's done, then you gotta freeze the neck, disgorge, dosage, cork, hood, capsule, label. So it's a lot of steps involved, much different than several other methods that are pretty much just created as is.
Great. Well, great, guys. Thank you so much. Aaron Shinn with Round Valley Ranches, Eric Donaldson of LVVR Sparkling Cellars. So Round Valley Ranches is based in Acampo, and we're here in Lockford with Eric and LVVR. So another great wine to bring to the lineup of great Lodi wines, this sparkling Albarino. Thanks, you guys.
Cheers.
So Eric, can you kind of describe the dosage process, or what we're kind of doing here?
Just go through, seeing any final tweaks on this one. Pretty good on the profile as it is, so just kind of looking at acid balance overall, with like residual sugar, stuff like that. So just going through little by little, just known quantities and stuff, and seeing what we want to do with it. So that's what we're doing right now, is just going through little by little and come to a resolution here pretty soon.